Time for the ferals, and that's it dry, just tapped it up, and that's one of the ferals. That's a black one, looks a lot like my boys, but just very feral, heading for the bushes. And that's Peanut, who is much more social. So I'm just going to now put the wet food. I've done the dry, do the wet food, wash the bowls, do fresh water and all that stuff. And I had a discussion with my friend by email about this, my feral rescuing friend, about how do you keep the doors open. And she said, don't open them both wide and prop them open because that's too open. At the same time, they gotta, not get locked in. But they won't, because there's no deadbolt on the inside. It's only on the outside. And okay, that's the other feral, and that's Peanut, who I've shown before. And I just came out to wash the dishes. They finished the stuff in here, but I also put extra in there, under the overhang, and there. And the other feral, the slightly friendlier one, the black one, she came out, and but she ran back into she was eating this, I think, and then she ran back into the bush when she saw me. And I have put food there as well, mostly for that feral, because he doesn't come near the house when I'm around. But he's showing him, she, actually, they're all she, except for that one. That one is Jack from next door, adopted, but he comes out occasionally to visit his bio siblings, because he is the brother of those two. That one is the one in the bush, and they are the three children of that one before she got fixed. And then those two got fixed. They're both female. And then that one's fixed, and he got adopted. But he got adopted right next door. So he still, they want to keep him completely inside, but he wants to come see his bio siblings, I don't think he needs to eat here, because he gets really very well fed at home. He's very well looked after. Everybody, I had a good night with the kids, and got up, just relaxed with the kids, fed the kids, and walked over here, a 10-minute walk. It's a breakfast place. I went to the other location. You have to drive there. That's open till 6 or 8. This one closes at 2. So last time I was past 2. It was like 4. But this time I'm like, okay, let's try it. It's same menu as the other place. Eggs and home fries with onions, toast for like $9. Food here is as good as the other location. Only thing is they play country and western music. But we are in the country, so I guess you can't avoid it. I was just sitting here, came back from breakfast, and I was just sitting in the living room, and I was really touched because the neighbor came over and brought me gifts and a lovely card. I won't open it up because, but it just says, welcome to the neighborhood, from her and her husband and the cat, and from Jack. And invitations for the kids, and home-baked cookies. I don't know. As I said, it's actually feeling kind of emotional. It's wonderful. It's way more than I expected from the small town life. So far, I mean, yeah, there's going to be issues and stuff. I know that, but that's always something. But this is a very, very, very incredible gesture. It would not happen in the city. Not that I know of. It's never happened to me. Any of my previous houses, and I've kind of moved over quite a bit, moved around quite a bit. Anyway, until the disaster with the previous house, and then using my parents' condo and all of that stuff. Anyway, but it does feel like home. Bye for now. And that one is as a floor model, already assembled. I was like $10 off there was another one that was a bigger reduction, different style, but I'd have to assemble it, and I prefer assembled. So the girl climbed up on a special thing and got it out from the top, and she'd been handling something before in the garden section, and I said, did you wash your hands? And she goes, yeah, I wash my hands. She's like, I get it, I'm a cat person, I have 2 cats, so I'm like, coming across as a kind of a neurotic, overprotective cat parent. That's me, Anyway, bye for now. I just got home with the shopping, and look, everybody's checking out the new furniture. And the shyest feral is out there. You can see him, her, the brown one. And we got both the babies here checking out the new gifts for them. And you got Agita wandering about here. There, wondering what. She checked out the cat condo already when I brought it into the living room. So now I'm going to go feed the ferals. It's now the next day. I had a very good night with the kids, replied to a friend, emailed, and exchanged texts with my neighbors who are on a long-distance trip. I just thanked them for their presence. they welcomed me to the neighborhood again while they're on the trip. I mean, it's amazing. I'm really, really pleased with being here and the neighbors and the neighborhood and the house and kids suggesting. And my friend out of province saw the podcast. And she liked the inside of the house. She says it's neat, so it's clean for now. I am planning on getting a cleaning person. I've got a reference from my next door neighbor. So, and then I came out to return the compressor. I got 2 compressors yesterday, tire compressors. One was rechargeable. Battery wasn't charging for some reason, and I said I really don't need it. I mean, the only car where I can't use the 12 volt is the Mini. But the other cars, they could just charge them from the AC battery. So I returned it for now. It wasn't on sale anyway. So I returned, no problem. Canadian just turned the receipt, returned it. And I'm having a late lunch. Now, I've been to this sushi place before, and I had the all-you-can-eat. And all-you-can-eat is like more expensive, and it only starts at 4. And I end up overeating. And if you have something left over, you can't pack it up. Whereas this, I got a bento box. It's quite a bit cheaper, like $17, and you get tempura and sushi. There's a black feral eating, and I put it on paper plates. I had the foil from before, so I just put the brick on it to hold the paper plate. So I put some here. I put some there under the overhang. So Peanut finishes hers, and if these people want more, I don't know where the brown one is. He's the most shy of the lot. I was a little worried because I put out the food and I didn't see Peanut right away. And I haven't, every time I come, she's there waiting for the food. And when I didn't see her, I started to panic a little bit. And I know now how my out-of-province friend feels when one of her females, the semi-females, who she's had for years and years, disappears for up to a week. If this one disappears for up to a week, I would be a nervous wreck, and I've only had them 2 weeks. Now, sweetheart, did you eat it? Yeah, look at that. She liked it. So maybe my friend is right. Maybe they prefer paper plates. I'll remove it now because otherwise it will get wet and soggy. That was why I was using foil, because I was thinking if it gets wet or whatever, it doesn't matter. Good morning, everybody. There was a bit of drama last night, but it was Agita drama because she didn't want to come into this bedroom area at night. And I could leave that door open to the dining room, but I just prefer everybody to be here, just like, wandering in the kitchen, at night. So we've got everything in here, litter boxes, we've got 2 rooms, we've got everything. There was Agita drama, and there was some hissing, and there was some, we're going to have to pick her up and bring her in, and she didn't like that. And then later on, she wanted me to open the door again, and then I opened it for a little while, and then now the door is up, 3-4 hours ago. I opened that door, and of course everybody comes and settles. So I think tomorrow night I just won't shut that door. Buddy, I've come for brunch. It's 3 o'clock, but this place is all day breakfast until 8 on weekends. And I'm having the omelet with the shredded potatoes and peppers and things. They call it loaded, no meat. And the only thing about this place is we're playing awful 70s music. I never thought I would prefer to hear country western. But anyway, I'm going to have my brunch. Bye for now. The food is excellent. Music is awful. It's the worst of 70s music. It's actually worse than country western. Just saying something. Bye for now. Boys are in the window and I'm outside. They haven't quite figured out this window inside-outside thing yet. Because, this was not possible. 22nd floor of the condo. So they're just figuring this out. It's me, sweethearts. It's Daddy. I'm outside. You guys can't come out because it's too dangerous out here. But you can watch from there and from the patio where there's a screen. That's one of the reasons we bought this house. Hey, I'm just going to go feed your feral cousins out back. I'll come in through the other door. Okay, that's the black feral, and she's actually eating while I'm. If I go any closer, she'll run into the bush. But she's eating while I'm watching from here, and then that's the other one. That's Peanut, and that one that one is, she actually came within like a foot of me today while I was getting their food ready here on the deck. So I haven't put it in the different places because I haven't seen the brown one in a few days. But I think the brown one comes and goes, and I think the brown one is much more feral. Good morning, everybody. Had a pretty good night. Minimal drama with Agita, and she did want the door opened at about 3:30, the one from the hall to the bedrooms, to the kitchen. And so I opened it, and then everybody came and settled here. And I think she has seen some birds or something outside, or the outside cats, because she's been more fascinated just now with looking out the window than she has been. And then all of us just slept on the bed, so that's what's happening. Just got a text from a friend, so we're replying to him. Bye for now. I was just cutting the grass, and it's a very nice day for it, So in the front, and a couple of people walked by. I waved, they waved back, and this rednecky guy with a big beard, he walks, and I look at him, and he doesn't look at. So I just give him a wave anyway, and he doesn't respond. So I said this before. I think it's about 90% of people out here are absolutely great. Wonderful, wonderful, friendly, open. Accepting. 10% there are. You find that anywhere, but I think you find it a little bit more here because there are, there's fewer ethnic groups, and they're not kind of used to. So they, I'd have had a little bit of that kind of attitude here. I felt it maybe 10% of the time. Most of the time it's just like, they ignore me, I ignore them. But, that's 10%. And I mentioned this to a couple other people. They kind of agree with me. The black one was here eating treats, and the other one was here earlier. I gave treats, and this is sort of their midday snacks. And the black one saw me and ran back out, was eating the treats that I'd left here. I'd left them in the bowl. And we have so many toys. We have so many tunnels that my inside kids hardly ever use. So I brought this one for them, just before closing of the house. And I'm going, I don't think they need it because they prefer to hide in the bush. They're ferals. I don't think that the Dollarama tunnels are all that appealing, but you never know. A little bit of shade here by the treat dish. So I'll see if they actually use it, or kind of figure out what it's meant to be for. Okay, I'm here at the buffet, and this is it. This is the items. There's no vegetarian, no seafood. It's all chicken except for that's beef. So I eat a chicken. I haven't eaten chicken in 3-4 months. But okay, since it's the only thing they have here, and they're kind of quiet, and I have been eating chicken. So with apologies to Brad's relatives, Brad from Useless Farm, I'm going to eat some chicken. I'm here, and they seem like nice people, and they're kind of quiet. So, and I'll eat chicken. It's sweet and sour chicken balls. It's the country. This is Chinese and Thai food. Eating chicken. I try to take more of the vegetable and the tofu. There's a bit of chicken in there, but it's okay once in a while. They're nice people. Food is actually good. It's straightforward, like more Chinese than Thai, obviously. Bye for now. Well, it's 1 o'clock, 1:30. But I did actually get up really early, and I had the phone appointment with my doctor, which went really well. Told her we made big changes, and so far so good, And I'd done the blood test before leaving town, before leaving the city, and my blood sugar was actually down a bit, So talked to her about that and told her about the big changes, and just that I will be making trips to Toronto occasionally, but try to really limit them. And even told her about the cats and the outside cats and everything. A really good doctor. So and then I spent some time with the kids, and I came out. I am going to switch cars. Bring the Mini. It needs a wash and stuff. I'm just going to rotate the cars. And this place is sort of on the way, and it's a country restaurant. Just a little bit of and it's actually owned by people who are friends of my neighbors, who I had met at the neighbor's place. So I don't think the owners are here, and I'm not going to ask or anything, but I'm having a very nice breakfast. And then I heard from my cousin, the lawyer, about stuff with the previous house. So it's still kind of ongoing they have some money back and they want some more and stuff like that. So dealing with the lawyers, it's all with the lawyers now. So anyway, bye for now. Just been doing car errands, dropped one car off, picked up another car, came back. I'm going to take the other car now because a guy, when I was going to watch the Mini, said, oh, there's a super at this gas station at the price of, regular, because they run out of regular. And it's not only super, it's that's a few dollars, but I guess, it's just something to do with, the guy was very excited. He had a very nice Camaro, which only takes super. So he's like, go, your car takes super, go. So I went and took the gas. And the guy said, no, you're getting a high test for the price of regular. And I'm going, oh, really? I didn't know that. Thank you. Now I'm going to take the big car. And then I washed the Mini and stuff like that. So, and then I came back, and that's the whole thing about having the house. And, everything is really nearby you, so you can come, see the kids, and then go out again. So, and not that I haven't actually been in here. The treats are still there. So maybe I'll just put it out for a few minutes and see if they figure out that that thing is meant to be for them. But it's got treats on it. I'll put it out for a few minutes. It's not raining or anything. Just while I go do the other car stuff and come back. We'll see if they eat the treats. I want them to figure out that, they can use this place. I'm starting to get stuff in here for them, like the cat tent and that. And, I'm going to set this up and then arrange it for until we get something better in the garage with the cat door. This is actually where the previous lady had put them for the winter. She used to put like blankets and things. The outer friend will enjoy seeing this in the video. I washed the other car first. Now I washed this one, and I get the super gas filled it up. Well, it takes super anyway, but you got it at the price of regular. Not that big a deal, but. And then grocery shopping properly, buns, salad. The soapies. I haven't eaten soapies in a long time. This is ordinary world stuff. That's what I came home, and all three kids were on the same bed. Agita over there, of course, and baby's here, so there was some social distance. She saw me and got up, but this is really quite incredible for our family, for me to go out and come back, and everybody's on the same bed. Even though there is social distance with Agita, but just had dinner time here, and Peanut's still eating. The black Feral ate at the back and is now back in the bush. This one's actually Jack from next door. Good morning, everybody. We had a really good night with the kids and Agita on the bed most of the night, or kids on the bed like. Okay, that tail is too bushy to be a boy's tail. It's Agita. She's decided to use her brother's hiding spot. And the brother, I hope he realizes that is his unfriendly sister, not his brother. And I hope he doesn't try to cuddle or snuggle. Get a bit of a surprise, because the other brother is there. You can tell. That's Agita has to take over whatever spot she thinks is good. She's the queen. To a Thai place nearby, but I brought the car. I've eaten here once before. I'm having the lunch special. You basically get a salad and a spring roll included in the same price. So shrimp, basil shrimp. It's supposed to be spicy. I got the hot sauce as well, and green mango salad, spring roll. Again, that guy in the distance in the red shirt. I'm just walking along, and the guy goes, "Hi, how are you?" And I go, "I'm good, thank you. How are you?" And he goes, "Good, thank you." I don't know him. I've never seen him before in my life. And when I come on this to locals, and they go, "I find it odd." They go, "We find it odd that you find it odd." This doesn't really happen in Toronto, but come back, and all three kids, because there's a lump there. It is actually one of the babies. And earlier, Agita had been under the covers, but she's letting her brother go under the covers so she can be outside. And her tail is like 8 inches from her brother's foot, which is, it's remarkable. It's unbelievable. All three kids, and I go out and I come back, and this door was open, that door was open. Not the front door to the living room, but the dining room, kitchen, this area. Everybody can sleep wherever they want. There's, a thing there. There's dining chairs. There's a dining table that Agita likes to sit on, sleep on. Black Feral is coming closer than I've seen her before. I just fed them some treats, and I put some more back there for the black feral, but she's going to be here to the next now. It's still some hiding from me, but you can see her just behind the calico one. I better go in, and then she can have her treats. Then they can have their treats. There are both the babies there, the bed by the window, and Agita's there. I'm just going to go out and feed the ferals. Bye for now. There's peanut eating, and the good news is she doesn't seem to be coughing now. She was in the morning. I get worried. They're ferals and they live outside. I've only had them for like 2 weeks, but I worry about them. They're cats and they belong here, so I'm going to worry about them, obviously. So, and they live very rough lives. They live under the shed or under the deck and in the bush. And that one is eating even while I'm here rather than running into the bush. I gave her one of the things. If I go closer, she'll run. So I don't want to disturb her. Let them eat. And I'm putting a little bit on the paper plate for the third one, who is really much shyer than you. Now inside, now showered, and that's the black back feral, and that is the brown feral. It was coming closer to the deck. Still not quite on the deck. I've got some wet food for her, which the other seems to have left for her, but she's still not quite on the deck. They know I'm inside, and I'm pretty sure they know I'm here. You know that I'm talking, but they're not taking any chances. The brown one is like inching closer to the deck. When I'm in the front room, probably will come and eat. They're just not taking risks. And we got both of these kids indoor, completely different variety. Got somebody out there who looks a lot like you, sweetie. It's feral versions. So we got both the babies here, and we got Agita in the dining room. You know. So now I'm just going to feed the kids. And I'm going to try and read. I got those books from the library, you know, used books, but you know, I don't know if I should disinfect them, you know, I don't know if you can disinfect books. Anyway, you know, so, and that light is on, so it means that Jack is probably hanging out on the front porch. Anyway, bye for now. Okay, everybody's having dinner. Agita's on the dining table. She's the only person in the house who eats on the dining table. I eat on a chair, on a plate on a chair. These two eat on the floor. Agita gets the dining table. This is kind of that's the hierarchy in our house. Anyway, you know, now I'm just going to relax with the kids. You know, a little bit of journal entrying and maybe some reading. I get those books from the library. Bye for now. Hello, everybody. I'm here at Koraz in Chatham. I just walked over. It's about a mile and a half. Actually, no, it's 1.5 kilometers. So that means just over a mile. So, home, and those two were on the bed. This one was under the covers and it just came out, you know. Okay, kids, Daddy had a long walk and late lunch, breakfast, brunch, whatever. And I'm just going to stay in and do some writing. Not just journal entries. I'm going to try to do some other kind of writing, if I can. Just, you know, about being here and the stage, if I can. Okay. Going to get changed. Bye for now. And then later, I'll go out and feed the ferals. And then feed these ones. And I get some bread and cheese for later. Or I can go out. We'll see. Bye for now. Everybody, I'm here at a Korean place very close to my house. About a block away, if that. And I went to the PetSmart. I got dry food for the kids. I got some wet food for the kids. And also for the ferals. Even though they've got... The previous owner had left a lot of cans for them, but I got some for them for breakfast and stuff. So, I'm having the full here, and I asked for, they brought sriracha, and they brought the chili oil, and then I asked for hot chili peppers, and they have them. They were from the freezer, but it doesn't matter. They were very hot. I put them in there, and I got more chili oil. It's the first really spicy meal I've had here in Chatham. And I'm really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. Very, very spicy. Very good. Excellent seafood for soup. Now, it's got fish balls and it's got shrimp. The only thing is that the broth, and they say this clearly on the menu, the broth is chicken-based, chicken broth. I'm like, okay. Hello, everybody. It was 11:11, but it's 11:12 now. And we've got Agita on the bed. I think she chased her brothers under the bed. And this, one of the boys is there, and then the other boy is there. And I think they know that I'm making a day trip, because this is the reverse of the same things that I used to do when I made a day trip from there to here, and I used to leave them in the condo. So feed them, clear the litter boxes, pack my backpack, and that's my day trip backpack, just a change of clothes and stuff like that. And I packed it, and they saw me do this, and they saw me get things ready, So, keeping the keys, keeping all of the stuff. I think they know that it's a day trip, but it's sort of the opposite of the ones from there, because I'm going from here to there. I could take them, but I think that's more traumatic, and those two are under the bed, very hard to keep them out. And as long as you don't bully them too much, she chased them under the bed. They're quite careful with her. Eventually, I think she will let them come out from under the bed and stay on the bed. But for now, she's like cleaning the bed. And I've removed the editor because I don't want people going under the covers and just hiding, and spending all the time under the covers. I don't know if under the bed is much better, but anyway. And I fed the ferals already, the two that come to be fed, and then the other one I put lots of dry, and I put fresh water and stuff. So I think I'm going to do this because I haven't been in almost a month now, and I do need to check the mail. And since we're going next weekend, I mean, it's one more week, but, I've made that trip many times the other way, going from there to here, to cut the grass at the old place, or to, when I was looking for houses, or when I was making the offers and all of that. I used to do it the other way. They were more used to the condo. That's the only thing. They're more used to the condo, so they knew the routines. They've got pretty used to this place. So what I will do is I'll just leave this door open, but keep those ones shut. That's what I've been doing every time I go out to eat or whatever here anyway, except this is just going to be a little bit longer. So far, I haven't been out of here for more than an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours at most, running errands. And now it's going to be a bit longer. But I think that they're at home enough that they should be okay. Everybody, I'm here at the condo. Got some traffic on the way. Air conditioning on the mini stopped working. I had to stop at the Canadian Tire, not for the air conditioning, but for something else, in Woodstock. And, I got traffic on the way back. It was hot without the air conditioning, but made it. Place is a mess. So I'm very quickly tidying. I've watered the plants, and that was one of the. I checked the mail. There wasn't much, and one of the main things I came for today was to see by next week. That one I don't think could have been revived. This week, it may or may not make it. I've just watered it. I'll water it again just before we leave. This has happened before, though. If you leave it 3-4 weeks, and then all the leaves fall off, and then you water it, and then the leaves come back. So I really hope that's going to happen. And then next week, I might try, if it's coming back next week, I might try to load it in a cart, and take it there. And, so it's a fig tree. So it might have a chance. And then the other ones, these seem to be indestructible. They were fine. I just put some water in both of them, and there's a cactus over there. The cactus, I think, can survive apocalypse. It's fine. I just put a little water. That's the one I'm hoping is going to revive. Good morning, everybody. It was just 11:11, and I'm here in the living room, and one of the babies is there, and the other baby is there. Where's the baby? There, hiding behind the curtain in the front window. And Agita is there. We had a good night. A little bit of people wanting this door open, that door open, but for the most part, everybody settled very nicely. On the whole, the trip yesterday was good because I did pick up the meds and I did water the plant, and I think that plant now may have a chance of survival. So, and the kids were alone here. I got home just a little after dark, but I think they're secure enough that they were okay. And I got back, fed the ferals, fed the kids. We had a very good night. Minimal, a little bit people wanting this door open, that door open, but and I opened this one early in the morning, and then everybody came and settled on the bed with me anyway. So we had a very good night. Everybody's really settled here. So I think we'll be okay to make a trip next weekend, just for the weekend. And if my neighbor can feed the feral fine. If not, I'll just leave enough dry for them, and we'll only be like 1 night, 2 nights maximum. And I do want to go to it's my local cat rescuer friend's birthday lunch on the next week, so on the weekend. So we want to do that, and also I do want to get them into the habit of the occasional trip, just for 1 night, 2 nights there, so that we do. I don't want them to completely forget that place as well. And I think hopefully they're secure enough now that we can. This is home base, but that we can use that place occasionally. So now, though there's a sort of a downside to that. It'll be okay if I go with the kids and there's a purpose, like lunch with a friend and water the plants, and then turn around and come back next day after. But yesterday, I will admit that after I got back, and then this morning, everything was fine. We had a very nice night. Kids on the bed with me, and I fed the ferals after coming back, fed the kids. Had a nice night. Kids on the bed most of the night. Everything was great. I felt very slightly higher, playing with the spring toys, slightly higher pulse than I have. Still very, very low, considering what the pulse had been like at one time. And it's now been 6 weeks. So 6 weeks clear, and 4 weeks in the house. 4 weeks entirely in the house without going to Toronto once. Then this morning, a little bit of pull, but I think that's probably just the trip to Toronto by myself and just being at the condo and, all the associations there, and sort of the getting out of there. So this whole thing is working, and my analyst once said about the controlled burns, like the drinking and the gambling and stuff. And then I think I tried weed a little bit, the weed gummies, and he was like going, "Well, it seems to work until it doesn't work anymore." But this is beyond like a controlled burn. This is a whole shift. This is and things came together at the right time, and we've got the huge pushes here. The small town life, the kids adjusting to the house. And look at this, and the space and the view from the windows, and then the ferals, and they're important too because they really rely on me. They don't need much; they just need food. So I had to feed them last night. It was dark. I had to feed them by flashlight, but 2 of them came out. The third one is so shy, but eats dry food. So that's what, we've got huge pushes here and, getting into the routines here. So this isn't just a controlled burn. This is a shift, this is a big shift. This is the big move, So, but we'll still, still just to keep going day by day, and report back, from, I think it's been about 10 days since the last podcast. And I'm doing these now mainly for myself. Plus for my friends who, to get an idea, particularly my out-of-province friends who, have been giving me advice on the ferals and, on adjustment here, and wants to see the inside of the house. For some reason, I can't send pictures via email to her these days, for some reason. So I'm doing it mainly for myself, my friends. Anyone else who has been following these, my 20 viewers, the whole journey and the shadow stuff and the kind of the things I have done, the models and this is the biggest move yet, and it's working so far. So 6 weeks clear. So that's all I have to say for now. I'm going to feed the kids, feed the ferals, and then go out for brunch and see if I can find a place where I can upload. Because I say, look at that, sweetheart. It's a good idea. I'll play with that thing. But, there's a stone thing here. Just be careful. There's like bricky things here. Why don't we do it this way? Daddy will throw it down that way. Go play. Look at that. Look at that, So, biggest pushes imaginable. Remember I used to say this before? This is my family. This is Odysseus returning for the family, And I got sort of an extended family outside the ferals. So I'm going to try to edit and post. So, 4 weeks in the house, 6 weeks clear. Made 1 trip so far, yesterday, just by myself, to water the plants, pick up meds. It was a lot of driving, and that's the thing. I think maybe that's why the poll today a little bit. It was just a lot of driving and the triggering being there. So we'll just keep going. So far so good. And the neighbors have been amazing. The small town has been amazing. I love it here. I really, really like it here. And we all seem to be adjusting very well. So for now, paws crossed. So from the four of us. So Agita there. And both the babies here playing. One of the babies there and one there, just went under the bed. No, sweetheart, that is not going to, we're not going anywhere right now. We're just going to, relax today. So we've got one baby there, and one baby there, and Agita there, and myself. The craziest, nuttiest, most fucked up, but I think I still have that title, the most fucked up professor to ever walk the face of the earth, but trying to kind of pull back to just nutty, to Nutty Prof in small town with kids and with ferals. Bye for now. See you next podcast. I just had a thought I wanted to add before I try to end it in post. We've got babies playing there, and we've got Agita nicely settled watching from the dining table. I just wanted to add a couple of thoughts. We've got Agita settled there, and we've got the babies here. One's eating dry food. One's actually exploring the catio. One's coming into the catio. All the windows shut, but it's sunny in here, and you can still see it. That's really good. Now, just a thought that I had, and we've got the ferals back there, and I'm going to go out and feed them. So I'm going to feed the inside kids in a minute, and then go out to feed the ferals. But I just had a thought, in terms of metaphors and the models I've been using, and the comparing myself to at one time. Remember, we had the werewolf possession, and we had the feral cat, identifying as a feral cat, and trying to become a domestic cat. And we had the puss metaphor, and we had we had all kinds of the Joseph Campbell, the shadow anti-hero one, and we have all kinds of the various things, and possession by anima and so on. But in terms of the feral thing, I guess it's a metaphor. It's kind of coming, there's a real life example, because in a way, the ferals that I have here, I'm looking after them, and they're a push, they need very little. But they do stay, and that's the thing. The good thing about them is that they stay in this backyard. The only thing that they need, it's still rough, it's still dangerous, it's still a much more dangerous life than our life, inside here. But they do try to stay safe, and I feed them, and they come, and like once a day, twice a day, and all of that stuff. So we've got the ferals out there, and we've got the domestic cats here, and we've got me trying to go from my feral excursions to becoming more of an indoor cat with the inside cats. So I thought it was just a whole metaphor. It's like, it's kind of funny. I used to talk about being a feral, and my excursions were very feral. But 6 weeks clear. So trying to go from being a semi-feral nutty professor to being a domestic cat, indoor nutty professor with the inside cats, but still looking after the outside ones. The outside ones and trying to keep them safe. That's the mission for now. So anyway, that was just a thought. Might not make any sense to anyone but me. Anyway, bye for now. See you next podcast. Established that she gets to eat on the dining table. She's the only person who eats on the dining table. I eat on the chair in the living room, and the babies eat here. So, and if she finds out that one of the babies is up there, she's gonna chase him off. He's jumped off before. So, from just a little extra footage here, additional footage. So, from the four of us. So, from Agita there, the queen of the house, again, and Lcee and Finn, and I'm not sure which is which, as usual, so from the two babies, so from Lcee, Finn, Agita, and myself, the nuttiest, craziest, but domesticating, trying to go domestic, nuttiest professor on the face of the earth, etc., from the four of us. Bye for now. See you next podcast. included a little bonus footage. I haven't, because I haven't edited yet. My kids are all in our room, but I fed the Fearolls. I showered. I fed my kids. They got changed, and I vacuumed. There were like dust bunnies around here. I don't know if anyone will watch this except probably my out of province friend, because she watches all of my videos, probably right to the very end. So this is like right at the very end. I'm going to add it on. She's not going to believe that I'm actually vacuuming. I did it last Sunday too. So I'm trying to stay on top of this place. The problem with the condo is it got out of hand, and particularly during the pandemic, and then with all the shit I was dealing with, it just got out of hand. But this one, I'm trying to stay on top of it, so at least a quick vacuuming, and I'm going to try to get the cleaning person that my neighbor uses once every 2 weeks, but I'm going to talk to her about that again. So my friends are going to be going, okay, the aliens have taken the Nutty Professor over, this is not the Nutty Professor we know, which is probably a good thing. It's a good thing. Bye for now.